Hey, hey, hey! So we're back with another book review today. So I've been reading the A Court of Thorns and Roses series by Sarah J. Maas. And so I just finished the A Court of Frost and Starlight. First off, how beautiful is this book? Very, very beautiful. Anyway, so we're going to talk about it a little bit with no spoilers other than I am going to read the book jacket. So if that spoils something for you, I do apologize. But yeah, I try not to give too many spoilers away in the review. So let's go ahead and read the summary. So it says, A Time to Heal. Feyre, Rhysand, and their friends are still busy rebuilding the Night Court and the vastly altered world beyond, recovering from the war that changed everything. But winter solstice is finally approaching, and with it, the joy of a hard-earned reprieve. Yet even the festive atmosphere can't keep the shadows of the past from looming. As Feyre navigates her first winter solstice as High Lady, her concern for those dearest to her deepens. They have more wounds than she anticipated, scars that will have a far-reaching impact on the future of their court. Bridging the events of A Court of Wings and Ruin with the later books in the series, A Court of Frost and Starlight explores the long-lasting effects of a devastating war and the fierce love between friends. So, I have to say, like, this, obviously, it's a very, very small book, only has, like, 28 chapters compared to A Court of Wings and Ruin, which had 82 chapters. So a pretty short book. Not unnecessary, not unneeded. After the end of the last book, when we lost Amren and Rhysand, and it was a lot. Like, the last book, it was very emotional at the end. Like, I cried at the end of the last book. A lot happened. It was so much to take in. So I feel like this book was definitely a filler book, but I feel like it gave you a kind of a glimpse into, like, their normal lives. So, like, what they do when they're not fighting, enemies, and when they're just kind of, living their day-to-day life. It does talk about having to recover. I mean, obviously, Nesta is doing what she needs to do, and kind of trying to work her way through everything that happened. And it's interesting to see the sisters' relationship and combined with everybody else, and of course Valaris and how they're rebuilding. And I think this is a very, very sweet book. There are so many moments in here that made me laugh, and so many moments that just are so heartwarming, and it makes you eager to read the rest of the series. It was nice to have a little bit of a break from the last book, which was full of, the war and death and violence and all kinds of stuff. And this one is kind of on the sweeter side, and it's kind of, we're coming down off of that, and we can kind of relax again. And there's another book after this, so something else is going to come up, something else is going to happen they're going to have to deal with, right? But for at least this time being, they're celebrating winter solstice, which I take it to be kind of like Christmas. I mean, the winter solstice is usually about, like, what, December 21st, 20th, which is also Feyre's birthday. So they celebrate her birthday and winter solstice, and it's kind of all about how they celebrate, like, what they end up doing for solstice together, how their relationships are. This book is actually different from the others because you get a lot of different points of view. Whereas in the other ones, it's usually just from Feyre's point of view. Sometimes you might get Rhysand. But this one had almost all of them, I think. You had at least one point of view from them, except for maybe Elaine. But I think it was very, very much needed after the last book. And unfortunately, though, it's a sweet book, but I'm gonna give it a 3 out of 5 stars just because I don't feel like it's as good as the other books. Like, it's just not as good. It's the same style and, like, quality of writing. It's just, there's not as much of it, and it's kind of just a peaceful, just like a normal everyday book. And it's definitely a filler book, so that's part of the reason why I'm giving it the score that I'm giving it. It's not a bad book at all. If you're reading this series, please let me know if you've read this book, your thoughts and your opinions, of course, in the comments below, what you think of it. No spoilers, please. Or put a warning on your comment if you are going to include a spoiler. I have not read the last book yet, so please no spoilers from that. I've heard that the end is pretty sad, so that's the only thing that I've heard. And of course, I've heard that she's going to do another book in the series. And supposedly she hinted that it might be about Elaine and Lucian. So, there's that. But she hasn't confirmed anything. She's confirmed she's writing another book in this universe, but not exactly what it's about. And I don't think she's released the title of it yet either. Because pretty sure she has like some ideas, but she's got to write it. So, yeah. Very, very eager to read the next book, which is even thicker than Wings and Ruin. So it will be interesting to see how long that takes. But yeah, it's a really heartwarming book. It's a really nice book to read. It's a very quick read compared to the past books. So it's a very quick listen too. It's not that long if you listen on Audible either. So make sure you go check this out. Obviously, if you're reading this series, this is not a book you don't want to just skip over this book. There are some things that happen in this book that I think will carry over into the 5th book. So you definitely want to make sure that you read this book. It's not a skip over, even though not a whole lot happens. There are certain things that come up and certain things that you learn and certain things that happen that, will carry over and will probably be brought up in the next book, and you might be confused if you don't. So yeah, let me know what you think of this book in the comments below. Don't forget to follow me. Go follow me over on the Instagram. Like this video if you like this video. Subscribe if you haven't already. Ring that bell icon to get notified whenever I upload a new video, because you never know what kind of content is going to pop up over here on this channel. I thank you all so much for watching. I love you all very, very much, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!